week in review, July 1st, 2024. I just finished a run, and when I finished the run, I got a text from Guy saying, "Hey, where's the link?" And I forgot I told him I'd talk to him while I was running. So sent him the text, sent him the link, and then we hopped on the call. And so Guy, I think, is my 17th interview of these athletes in this short form. I call it 5 to 10 minutes, but it really turns out to be like 10 to 15-minute interviews. And I'm really enjoying it. So I've done 17 in the last week. I started a week ago. I have almost 60 to go. I will finish. Sevon was saying when I first started this journey, he's like, you won't even get into 10. So I'm way past that. I'm motivated to finish. I'm really motivated to get to know these guys. Like, I'm motivated with the journey of actually doing this, by the journey, because it's cool. Like, I'm getting to have, I know a lot of these guys, but I'm learning something new about each one of them. And the ones I don't know, I'm getting to spend some time with and chat. So for me, this has been great. It just feels like, in years past, I've gone to the games and there's so many people I don't know, or I haven't connected with so many of them. And now I'm able to like connect with everybody, touch base, and then when I see them in a few weeks, be there and have already talked to them, have already established who they are and a relationship with them. This has also motivated me to do more things like this. So soon, maybe while these are going on, or maybe shortly after these are going, or shortly after I finish them, I'm definitely going to continue this like theme of these 10-minute interviews with other content. I want to highlight affiliate owners, and I want to highlight affiliate stories. So if you guys have any stories that you think you want to share or are worth sharing in this 10-minute interview format, please contact me. And I'm thinking about doing those once a week. And then actually, maybe even after I finish all the athletes leading up to the games, some of the coaches and agents. So if you're a coach or an agent and you want to be interviewed and in this format do an interview with me, please let me know. If you have any ideas of things like this I can do. Also, I will do some around for my other page, for my other Instagram page and for my YouTube channel. I'm going to start doing some stuff with some shooting experts and shooting competitors, world-class competitors like JJ Rakaza, etc. And so I'm really cool that I started this, because this has really opened up some doors for things I can do. And it all started with Sevon recommending this program called StreamYard, downloading that. And once I downloaded that and learned how to use it, I'm not using it right now, but for this interview format, I'm really pleased with it. So let's jump into comments from last week. And as always, most of these I have not seen, some I have, but I filtered by top comments. So this comment has 147 thumbs up. So it's a top comment, and it's from Hiller. I'd comment, but you probably wouldn't. I'm not going to fucking read this one. Next. At Trachi Church 4826. I enjoy listening to both you and Hiller, but it's really frustrating to hear you constantly comment on what he's putting out based on what someone told you he has said. I've talked about this. I have watched a number of his things, so it's not just off of what people are telling me. Please watch the content if you're going to comment on it, or just don't address it if you don't have time to watch it. I think the tone of what he puts out is super helpful for context, and heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend doesn't really give weight to your counterpoint. I'm not saying that. If there's something I'm going to talk about, a majority of the time, I've watched it and or seen enough of it to know what his intent is with the style or with what he's putting out. At the unknown 2532, I'm like, Dave, I actually watch Hiller's videos as well as other podcasts, blah, blah, blah. Next. At David McCalla 9648, if people put public statements on or go on podcast speak, then you set yourself up to receive feedback, both positive and negative. People don't want feedback, then they shouldn't speak. At Gordo 608, I heard, blah, blah. All right, this is getting boring. At Julian Ford 3792, is Sean Woodland not commentating the games? Correct, he's not commentating at the games this year. There's potentially some other engagement we're looking at doing with him at the games. I don't know how that's working out. At Barkley 3721, next. At Grant Beard, okay, so a lot of Hiller comments. Okay, here we go. At Cole1442, Dave, remember your idea of the camps going head to head, HWO, Proven, Mayhem, etc. Something in the off season to give athletes an opportunity to showcase while also being fun to watch. Any update? Would love to see it. I would love to see it too. No update. Um, that would be fun to pull off. At Ant Undomit 4513, great video, Dave. My wife got a surprise random test by CrossFit this past Saturday. It's good to see that CrossFit actively does random tests outside of the competition floor. This helps legitimize the sport. Keep up the good work. Great comment. Great video, Dave. My wife got a surprise random test by CrossFit this past Saturday. I don't know who his wife is. But anyways, there's the point. That's what I was talking about. Like, we do random test people throughout the season. At Peter Cooper 3254, how should we make sense of HQ firing Sean Woodland? Here's how you make sense of it. We didn't fire him, for one. He doesn't work for CrossFit. He's a contractor, and at various times throughout the year, we contract him for different engagements. For the Open, we had 3 different weeks of Open announcements. We contracted with him for 1 week to announce. For semifinals, I think he called one of the semifinals out of the several that we did. And this year at the games, we're using some other talent, and we're planning on using Sean in the future. But to frame it as a firing, I disagree with. He doesn't work for CrossFit HQ. He did work for HQ several years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, but he currently doesn't. We chose not to use him for the games. That is not the same as getting fired. At Keeping It Real Cross, okay, next. At Prost House. At Prost House, why doesn't CrossFit Media profile some of the athletes for fans? Well, we are now. We're profiling some of the athletes, so check out. If you want to learn about all the athletes, check out what I'm doing and what we're resharing on the CrossFit channels. At CrossFit Affiliate Collective, at the end of last year, Don in an interview stated that PE's timeline is 3 to 5 years. We are 4 years into PE owning HQ. As you said in response to my last comment, at some point, PE will look to sell it. PE is slashing costs and raising fees at the expense of affiliates. You failed to answer my question. How is PE selling to new PE investors will also look to extract profits good for affiliates? P.S. Our actions and the outcome defend our legacy. Legacy is not something that can simply be edited after the fact. I never suggested I was interested in editing my legacy after the fact. I suggested I don't really think about or care too much about. I'm not doing this for my legacy. I'm not motivated by whatever happens to CrossFit. Good, bad, negative, whatever. I'm not thinking of my legacy. My legacy will be affected by, hurt by. I'll be fine, is what I'm saying. And so, let's say something amazing happens with CrossFit, and I go forward with it, and good. That'll be great. If something doesn't happen great with CrossFit, and I do something else, I'll be fine. So I'm trying to say, like, the legacy thing, like, when you talk to me about, like, hey, aren't you worried about your legacy with what direction CrossFit goes in? No, I'm not. At Nick Fry, Dave, any comment? Covered that already. Okay. At Camille A. Gale 902, the Chosen series, yes, so good. Here's something positive. At James Mitchell 6211, I love your honesty and transparency. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up. Oh, this is a short one. There's a lot of comments about Hiller and all that shit, and I just don't feel like spending 20 minutes reading all of those and answering them all. So I'm over that. I moved on. I was just in Fort Worth last week since I filmed the last one. Spent a couple days there with the team, going over the workouts, going over the event, going over the flow. It's going to be a really exciting event. It's going to be really exciting games. Spent a lot of time testing the past few weeks. We still have a lot more testing to do. Now it's kind of just like tweaking and refining things and just working out some of the flow and the impact of the given test. But it's all in a really good spot. I'm really excited. I'm really motivated. I uh, I think we're going to put on a great show for the athletes, for the fans, for the community. We're going to give the athletes a great test. Um, it's going to be a great games this year. And the venue is amazing, and so I'm really excited about going there. And yes, it was hot. It is hot in Texas. But as we've said in other places, and I'll say it again, an overwhelming majority of the events are going to be inside. So will there be outdoor stuff? Well, you now know at least there's one outdoor thing, and that is the Friday Night Lights event at Farrington Field, which we're really excited about. It'll be under the lights, kind of like old school, kind of like Carson. So, but in a much bigger venue on a football field. When we did Under the Lights in Carson, we were on a tennis stadium, but now here it'll be on a football field size stadium. So really excited about the games, really excited about the event. Comment in the comment section if you have something you want me to address next week. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you guys are enjoying the athlete series. Thanks.